Well, hallelujah. As you come on board, today we are going to be talking about different topic. Um, but I'm not too sure. Some topic maybe women. Some topic that we may do today will be pre-diabetes. Tonight I'm not going to be preaching. It's different thing I'm going to talk about today. I just want you to listen. It's all about our health today. How to reduce the rates of some health issue that we have or may occur in our body. So if you come on board today, I'm actually not going to be preaching, but I'm going to be preaching on health topic. So I want you to just listen to me, what I am about to say. Regarding the topic in the health. As a public health educator, I am here to give information on some health topic that may be occurring in our life, such as pre-diabetes. Pre-diabetes means that your blood sugar or your blood sugar level are higher than the normal, but not high enough to be called diabetes. Glucose comes from the food that you eat. Too much glucose in your blood can damage your body over time. If you have a diabetes, you are more likely to develop type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. But you make some lifestyle changes now. You can make some lifestyle changes now. You may be able to delay or prevent type 2 diabetes. What causes pre-diabetes? Pre-diabetes usually happens when your body has a problem with the insulin. Insulin is a hormone that helps the glucose to get into your cell to give the energy. A problem with your insulin could be insulin resistance, a common condition in which the body can use its insulin properly. It makes it hard for your cells to get glucose from your body. They can cause your blood sugar levels to rise. Your blood cannot make enough insulin to keep your blood sugar level at a healthy level. Researchers think that being overweight and not eating regular or not getting regular physical activity are major factors in causing pre-diabetes. Who is at the risk of pre-diabetes? About 1 out of every 3 adults are pre-diabetes. It is more common in people who are overweight, obesity, are age of 45 or older, have a parent, brother, or sister with diabetes. At African American, African Indian, Asian American, Hispanic, Latino, Native Hawaiian, or Pacific from America. What are some of the rates of pre-diabetes? People who are not taking exercise, are not physically active, have health conditions such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, have digestive diabetes when you are pregnant, diabetes in pregnancy can also cause pre-diabetes. Have a history of heart disease or stroke. Have a metabolic syndrome. Those are all things can be the rates of pre-diabetes in human life, in our life, that some of all we don't know. The symptoms of pre-diabetes are most people who don't know they have pre-diabetes because usually they have no symptoms at all. Some people with pre-diabetes may have darker skin in the armpit or on the back and slice of the neck. They may also have many small skin growths in those skin areas. People who have pre-diabetes. What is a pre-diabetes diagnosed of? There are a few different blood tests that can be diagnosed with pre-diabetes. The most common ones are fasting, plasma glucose tests, which measure your blood sugar at a single point in time. You need to fast, not to eat or drink for at least 8 hours before the test. The result of the test are given in mg/dl, which is the milligram per deciliter. A normal level is nearly 9 below. Pre-diabetes is 100 to 125. Type 2 diabetes is 126 above when you are doing the fasting plasma glucose. The A1C test, which measure your average blood sugar over the past 3 months. The result of our A1C are given as a percentage. The higher the percentage, the higher your blood sugar level have. A normal A1C, normal level is below 5.7%. Pre-diabetes is between 5.7 to 6.4%. Type 2 diabetes is about 6.5. I'm here today to educate people who have pre-diabetes. Some of us don't even know that we have pre-diabetes until maybe something, maybe it gets to the stage of type 2. But I'm a health educator. I'm trying to educate my brother and sister on this line to let them know what is happening in human health. If I have a pre-diabetes, where I get diabetes, if you have a pre-diabetes, you may be able to delay or prevent type 2 diabetes through your lifestyle changes. which is losing weight if you are obesity or overweight. Losing weight if you are overweight. Getting regular physical activities. Following a healthy and reduced calories eating plan. Someone on here today, the moment we see food in our kitchen that have been prepared, we don't even care, we just eat. We are not looking at the calories that we are eating today. We are not looking at the fattest food, or we have cooked the food with alcohol oil. We start to eat alcohol oil food, lot of greasy food, lot of frying food. So it is good today to follow a healthy and reduced calories eating plan in your life. In some cases, your health workers or your health provider may also recommend taking diabetes medicine, which I don't prescribe diabetes medicine, but your doctor can prescribe diabetes medicine for you. Some people who have pre-diabetes. Can diabetes be prevented? Can pre-diabetes be prevented? If you are at the risk for pre-diabetes, dosing, lifestyle changes, losing weight, regular exercise activity, and a healthy eating plan may prevent you from getting it. Pre-diabetes, hallelujah. I hope I shouldn't go on like I'm preaching. Some symptom of, let me go back. Sometimes we wonder, how can we prevent to avoid pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes can be delayed? It is so important in our life, in our daily life today, to lose weight. If you know today you are overweight, reduce. Do some exercise, eating a healthy diet. The longer you have pre-diabetes or diabetes, the more healthy problem you may experience. So, just delay the onset of the disease can help your health. If you have a pre-diabetes, you can avoid or developing diabetes. Eating healthy diet, eating food such as vegetable, fruits, whole grain, lamb protein such as fish, chicken, and low-fat diet. Don't eat a lot of processed food, fried food, sugary food, sugary drink. Everything that you want to do is to put sugar. Don't go to buy food and buy canned food. Canned food are full of sodium, canned food are full of sugar. You need to limit all of those things when you have a pre-diabetes. Drink water instead of sugar. Because a lot of us here, the moment we take water, we want to put something inside to make it sweet. We go buy a lot of packs. We put in our house drinks that have sugar. Exercise, because exercise is important part of the diabetes prevention. Your exercise routine should include 30 minutes moderate or physical activities at least 5 times a week. This could include riding a bike, swimming. If you can walk, you walk. If you can play music and dance. Lot of things you can do when you have pre-diabetes. You can even be climbing step, walking in the community. Coronavirus has come. Maybe you don't like to go out. But if you have a community room, walk. If you have a room, if you have a house, if you have an apartment, if you have your own house, you can walk to reduce the risk of pre-diabetes. Can medicine help to treat pre-diabetes? Diabetes medicine are not as effective diet and exercise. However, your doctor may prescribe medicine if you are higher risk for diabetes and have some medical problems. These include obesity and high HDL, cholesterol level, or high blood pressure. Living with a pre-diabetes. When you are living with a pre-diabetes, you should focus on preventing the full burn of diabetes. The best way to do that are losing weight and eating healthy. Eating healthy in your daily life will help you with pre-diabetes. Change into your healthy lifestyle take time and effort. But if you don't have to make all the changes at once, start small. Start small and avoid sugary drink, sodiums or soda, and drink water. You can make the changes and celebrate your progress and make progress in your life. The more changes you need to make, it will take a while, but keep moving forward. Your lifestyle will continue to improve if only you're willing to make some changes in your life. So today, the pre-diabetes that people develop, if it can be, pre-diabetes can be non-modified or in a risk factor. What factors are beyond in a control? Half of all people over 65 have pre-diabetes, and many people with type 1 and type 2 diabetes are unaware of their condition. Some risk factors are inherited and some are not acquired as we get older. As we age, the chances of developing premature goes up. More people increase risk factor at the age of 40. In genetics and families, some factors that decrease pre-diabetes rates are inherited from our parents. Having a close biological relative of diabetes may indicate you have higher risk setting in ethnic groups, carrying a higher risk of developing diabetes, including those African, Native American, Indian, Asian, Hispanic, Latino. When you have a pre-diabetes, you can reduce the risk of having it and living a healthy lifestyle, eating right. Some pregnant women develop Diabetes until the baby is born and have a higher rate of developing diabetes again, which is called gestational diabetes. Regardless of the number of risk factors that apply to you, you can make choices to improve your body's ability to manage your condition. Choose well and get the support you need to learn more about healthy lifestyle of living when you have pre-diabetes. So we need to understand to prevent ourselves or to know some changes, some strategy to reduce the pre-diabetes and get on a regular regular lifestyle we're supposed to do, exercising every day, eating right, and don't drink drinks that have sugar in it, or eat food that have a lot of carbohydrate. Knowing all of those things may help you to reduce the rates of diabetes. As we talk about pre-diabetes, we are going to talk about type 2 diabetes. If you have a diabetes, your blood sugar level are too high in type 2 diabetes also. And this happens because your body does not make enough insulin, or it does not use insulin well. This is called insulin resistance. If you have a risk of type 2 diabetes, you may be able to prevent or delay developing it. Who is at the risk of type 2 diabetes? Many Americans are at the risk for type 2 diabetes. Your chance of getting it depends on combination of risk factors as a young teen and lifestyle. The risk factors include having pre-diabetes, which means you have blood sugar levels that are higher than the normal but not high enough to be called diabetes. Being overweight or having obesity, being age 45 or older, a family history of diabetes, high blood pressure, having a low level of HDL, a history of diabetes in pregnancy, having gave birth to a baby weighing 9 pounds or more, an inactive lifestyle, a history of heart disease or stroke, having depression, having a dark skin. Some skin are so dark and thick, especially around your neck or the armpit. Smoking. How can you prevent or delay getting type 2 diabetes? If you are at risk for type 2 diabetes, you may be able to prevent or delay getting it. Most of the things that you need to do for having healthy lifestyle. So if you make these changes, you will get enough health benefit as well. You may lower your risk of other diseases, and you can probably feel better and have more energy. The changes I also accepted in the pre-diabetes, losing weight and keeping it off. Weight control. It is an important part of diabetes prevention. You may be able to prevent or delay diabetes by losing 5 to 10% of your current weight. For example, If you weigh 200 pounds, your goal could be to lose between 10 to 20 pounds. And once you lose the weight, it is important that you don't gain it back. Following a healthy eating plan, it is important to reduce the amount of calories you eat and drink each day so you can lose weight and keep it off. To do that, your diet should include small portions and less fat and sugar. You should always eat a healthy food from each food group, including plenty of whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. It is also a good idea to limit red meat and avoid processing meats. Get regular exercise. Exercise has many health benefits, including helping you to lose weight and lower your blood sugar level. These both level of the risk of type 2 diabetes. Try to get at least 30 minutes of physical exercise, physical activities 5 days a week. If you have not been active, talk with your healthcare professional to figure out which type of exercise is best for you. You can start slowly and work up to your goal. Don't smoke. Smoking can contribute to insulin resistance, which can lead to type 2 diabetes. If you already smoke, try to quit. Talk to your healthcare worker to see whether there is anything else you can do to prevent type 2 diabetes. If you are at a high risk, your provider may suggest that you take one of a few types of diabetes medicine. When it comes to diabetes prevention, changing your lifestyle could be a big step towards your diabetes prevention. And it's never too late to start. I want you to consider these tips. When it comes to type 2 diabetes, the most common type of diabetes prevention is very important. It is especially important to make diabetes prevention as a priority if you are increased risk of diabetes, such as if you are overweight, you have family history of diabetes, or you have been diagnosed with pre-diabetes, also known as impaired fasting glucose. Diabetes prevention is as basic as eating more healthfully, becoming more physical active, and losing a few extra pounds. It's never too late to start. Making a few simple changes in your lifestyle now may help you avoid the serious health complications of diabetes in the future, such as nerves, kidney, and heart damage. Consider these diabetes prevention tips. It's very important. There are many benefits for regular physical activities. Exercise can help you. What exercise can you do? Do it. You get up in the morning, do exercise. Lose weight. Lower your blood sugar. Boost your sensitivities to insulin, which helps keep your blood sugar within the normal range. Researchers have already shown that aerobic exercise resistance training can help control diabetes. The greater benefit comes from the fitness program and include both fiber will help you. Reduce the risk of diabetes by improving your blood sugar control, lowering the risk of heart disease. You eat a lot of food with fiber in it. Promote weight loss by helping you to feel full. Food high in fiber include fruit, vegetable, beans, whole grain, and nuts. It is not clear why, but whole grain may reduce the risk of diabetes and help maintain blood sugar levels. Try to make at least half of whole grain. Many food made from whole grains come ready to eat include various bread, pasta, products, and cereal. Look for the word whole on the package, among the first few items in the ingredient list. If you are overweight today, diabetes prevention may hinder on weight loss. Every pound you lose can improve your health. If you may be surprised about how much participants in the last study who lose, according to the study, who lose weight around 7% of initial body weight, exercising and reducing the risk of developing diabetes almost is like 60%. Low calorie diet. May help to lose weight, but the effective at preventing diabetes, the long-term effect is really not known, excluding limiting particular food. If you limit particular food in your life can help you to reduce pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes. You know, certain food that you may like, you always want to eat, you always want to grab on. You know, sometimes we say diet, and the diet drinks or anything they make with diet, those things we have to avoid them because it stays sugary. We need to avoid it. And one of the things too we need to do when you are at age of 45, you need to recommend blood sugar screening. The American Diabetes Association recommend blood sugar screening if you are the age of 45 or older. You are overweight, adult, or any age with one or more additional risk factor for diabetes, such as family history of diabetes, personal history of pre-diabetes, or an inactive lifestyle. After age 45, your doctor may regularly recommend screening every 3 years. So, brother and sister, it is good to check yourself out if you are overweight, you are age 45, and go take a diabetes screening test, as American Diabetes Association has said. Thank you, Lord. Please be considerate. Today is the first day. Yes, today is the first day, so please be considerate. Preventing type 2 diabetes. Perhaps you have learned that you have high chance of developing type 2 diabetes. The most common type of diabetes you may be a risk factor from is overweight. Diabetes can cause serious heart problems, such as heart disease, stroke, eye, foot problem. Pre-diabetes also cause health problems. The good news is that type 2 diabetes can be delayed or even prevented. The longer you have diabetes, the more likely you are to develop health problems. So delaying diabetes by even if a few years will benefit your health. You can help prevent or delay type 2 diabetes by losing amount of weight, following a reduced calories eating plan, and being physically active most days of the week. Most days of the week. Sometimes the most common type of diabetes, you may overweight or have a parent or brother or sister with type 2 diabetes. Maybe you have gestational diabetes, which when people are pregnant, which is a diabetes that developed during pregnancy. There are just a few example factors that can raise your chance of developing type 2 diabetes. How can I lower the chance of type 2 diabetes? It is good to eat healthy food. If I have a gestational diabetes when I am pregnant, what will you do to control if you have a diabetes when you are pregnant? They call it gestational diabetes. It is a type of diabetes that develops during pregnancy. Most of the time, gestational diabetes goes away after your baby is born. Even if the gestational diabetes goes away, you still have a greater chance of developing type 2 diabetes within 5 to 10 years. Your child may also be more likely to become obese and develop type 2 diabetes later in life. Making healthy choices helps the whole family and protect your child from becoming obese or developing diabetes. Here are some steps. Some steps you have to do in order when you have a gestational diabetes. Here are steps you should take. Get tested for the diabetes 6 to 12 weeks after your baby is born. If your blood sugar is straight high, you may have type 2 diabetes. If your blood sugar is normal, you should get tested every 3 years to see if you are developing type 2 diabetes. Be more active and make healthy food choices to get back to your healthy weight. Breastfeeding your baby. Breastfeeding gives your baby the best balance of your nutrients and help burn calories. When you have a gestational diabetes after your baby be born, it is a good thing to breastfeed your baby so it can help to burn calories. It is also good to ask your doctor if you can take medication. Sometimes they usually prescribe metformin, type 2. So those are things that we all need to be taking on. If you are at age of 45, you are obese, you overweight, you need to be tested for diabetes screening. So we find it so to manage our diabetes, doing a lot of stuff in our life, taking exercise. Exercise is so important. Bike riding, going for walk, dancing in the house, play music and dance. If you can do any other thing, dance, walk in your house. in your community room. And, you know, you can walk. It is good for us to manage the diabetes. You can manage your diabetes and live a long and healthy life by taking care of yourself each and every day. Diabetes can affect almost every part of your body. We need to understand that and be educated to know that diabetes can affect almost every part of your body. Therefore, you need to manage your blood glucose level, also called blood sugar. Managing your blood glucose as well as your blood pressure and cholesterol can help prevent the health problems that can occur when you have diabetes. Some people may not understand when you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, you have cholesterol, all of those those health problems work in group. Work in group. You have diabetes, you have hypertension, you have cholesterol, high cholesterol. It is a good idea to have a balanced diet in our life. What kind of food we eating? Every day we want to eat food that is fried. Fried potato green, fried rice, tabagi, palm butter, any other food that you fry each and every day. You go take the oil and fry food, frying potatoes, frying chicken. All of those things will increase the level of cholesterol, blood glucose get higher. You know, so we need to know, to understand that those things that we are eating is not healthy in our life. And another thing, to manage your diabetes with the help of your healthcare team. Sometimes you manage your diabetes of going to your healthcare team, your doctor. And sometimes too, you can create diabetes self-care plan to manage your diabetes. Your self-care plan may include some steps for you to do when you have a diabetes. Following your diabetes meal plans in your life. Check your blood glucose levels. Work with your healthcare team. Follow your doctor's meal plan. Manage your diabetes ABC. When I say managing your diabetes ABC, it's A for A1C test. The A1C test show your average blood glucose level over the past 3 months. The A1C goal for many people with diabetes is below 7%. As your healthcare team or healthcare worker, while your A1C, sometimes you go do the A1C, you don't even call to say, what is my A1C? And sometimes they call you and let you know. But I don't know that about Africa much, you know. Whether they can do A1C tests there. But it is better, even you are in Africa today, you have a diabetes, you control your diabetes. Stop eating food that is not healthy for you. Stop eating fried food too much. Stop eating greasy food. Stop eating too much oily food. All of those things increase the rates of diabetes, cholesterol in our body. And when I talk about ABC, B stands for blood pressure. The blood pressure goal for most people with diabetes is below. Oh, I need to plug. Excuse me, I need to plug my phone. The battery is low. So I was just talking about manage your diabetes with ABC. I just said A for ARC, the test that you do to show your average blood sugar level over the past 3 months. Then I came to the B, the blood pressure. The blood pressure goal for most people with diabetes is below 140 to 90 mmHg. As your data goal should be, if you should always ask your doctor about your goal for your diabetes to know what goal for you to take to prevent yourself from the risk of diabetes. Cholesterol, you have 2 kinds of cholesterol. When we're talking about cholesterol today, cholesterol have an impact in our life, especially when you have a diabetes. We need to be careful what food to eat. Because if you have a bad cholesterol can build up clot in your blood vessel. Too much bad cholesterol can cause a heart attack or stroke. And a good cholesterol can remove the bad cholesterol from your blood vessel can clot, you have a stroke. And most of the thing, the LDL and the HDL, the LDL is the bad cholesterol can build up and clot in your blood vessel. The HDL is the good cholesterol, help remove the bad one. And we're talking about smoking. Stop smoking. Not smoking, stop smoking is especially important for people with diabetes because both smoking and diabetes narrow blood vessel. Some people don't even know that smoking have the high risk too. It can narrow your blood vessel as you smoke. Your blood vessel narrowing makes your heart work harder if you are smoking. E-cigarette aren't a safe option for either. If you quit smoking, you will lower your risk for heart attack, stroke, nerve disease, kidney disease, diabetes eye disease, and amputation. Your cholesterol and blood pressure level may improve if you quit smoking. If you have diabetes, your blood circulation will improve. You may have an easy time being physically active if you stop smoking. You have a diabetes, don't smoke. Prevent yourself from the high rates for your blood to not get narrow. I mean, for your voice, your blood vessel to not get narrow. If you smoke or use tobacco products, stop. Ask for help. Ask for help. Or you can calling the National Quick Line to stop smoking. Keeping your AIC, blood pressure, and cholesterol level close to your goal, stopping smoking may help prevent the long-term harmful effect of diabetes. These health problems include heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, nerve damage, eye disease. You can track of your ABC with diabetes I record. When you have a diabetes and using the machine at home, maybe 3 times a day, 2 times a day. It is good to record them to know where your diabetes level is. Following your diabetes meal plan, make a diabetes meal plan will help you to manage your blood glucose, blood pressure, and cholesterol. Choose fruits and vegetables, beans, whole grain, chicken, turkey with all the skin, fish, lamb, meat, and non-fat, low-fat milk, cheese. Drink water instead of sugar sweetening beverages. Choose food that are lower in calories, saturated fat, trans fat, sugar, salt. Learn more about eating diet, nutritional food when you have a diabetes. Making yourself to be available for physical activities, to do it as a daily routine in your life. It is good to set your goal to be more physical active. Try to wake up 30 minutes and do more activities. Maybe you want to go swim. It's all part of the activities. Follow your meal plan. Bring more active things in your life can help you stay at to get your healthy weight, to get healthy weight. If you are overweight or obese, work with your healthcare team or do some intervention in your life. Take your medicine for diabetes and any other health problem. Even when you feel good, having reached your blood glucose, blood pressure, cholesterol goals, these medicine can help you manage your ABC. Ask your doctor if you need to take aspirin to prevent a heart attack or stroke. Some people take aspirin as their daily life to prevent heart attack or stroke. Tell your healthcare professional if you cannot afford your medicine or you have any side effect from your medicine. Check your blood glucose level. For many people with diabetes, checking your blood glucose level each day is an important way to manage their diabetes. Monitoring your blood glucose level is most important if you take insulin. The result of blood glucose monitoring can help you make decisions about food, physical activities, and medicine. The most common way to check your blood glucose level at home is with your blood glucose meter. You got a drop of blood, but they want, I don't need to teach it. It's like you have to have a machine to do that. So now I'm going to brush over it. So we are talking about what are the recommended targets for blood glucose level. Many people with diabetes aim to keep their blood glucose levels between the meal 80 to 130 during meal time. Before you eat, before a meal, you have to have 80 to 130. After 2 hours, after a meal start, less than 180 mg/dl. What happens if my blood glucose level become too low? Sometimes people glucose level drop below where they should be, which is called hypoglycemia. When your blood sugar level has gone low and dropped, sometimes people are not that well if their blood sugar have gone low. Some of them things is different things that have come in their life. But actually, sometimes when your blood sugar go low, when it is below something milligram, that's a liter, it is a hypoglycemia, can be a life-threatening. It needs to be treated right away. It needs to be treated right away. What happens if my blood sugar level has become low? Sometimes we experience when you have a hypoglycemia symptom, which is your blood sugar is low. Sometimes we are hungry, headache, sweating, blood vision, tired, sleeping, dizzy, lightheaded, confused, disoriented, change of behavior, impersonality, trouble concentrating, you are weak, fast or irregular habit, unable to eat or drink, seizures, convulsions, jerky movement, unconsciousness, agitated. Those are all things that happen when you have symptom or hypoglycemia, when you have a diabetes, which when your blood sugar is low. And some of the symptoms of hypoglycemia during the sleep are crying of having nightmares, sweating enough to make your pajama or even your shirt wet or damn wet, feeling tired, irritable, confused after waking up. Some people can ask why. What is the cause of the hypoglycemia in diabetes? Because they are not aware what is happening within the body. Hypoglycemia can be a side effect of insulin or any diabetes medication or medicine you have taken. Hypoglycemia can be a side effect of insulin or other type of diabetes medicine that help your body make more insulin. Two types of diabetes pills can cause hypoglycemia. The medicine that you take. People take different kinds of medication. Some of them take insulin, some of them take metformin, some of them take different kinds. So observe yourself when you are taking medication, diabetes medication, when your blood sugar is low. Some other factors that include hypoglycemia in diabetes, which means your blood sugar is low, less than something. If you take insulin or diabetes medicine that increase the amount of insulin your body makes, but don't match your medication with your food or physical activity, you could develop hypoglycemia. Some of the factors that can create hypoglycemia, sometimes not eating enough carbs, which is the carbohydrate. When you eat food containing carbohydrates, your digestive system breaks down the sugar and starches into the glucose, and your glucose then enter in the bloodstream and raise your blood glucose level. If you don't eat enough carbohydrate to match your medicine, your blood sugar can drop low. So it is a good thing to watch your blood sugar. Skipping or delaying meals may have some problem for your blood sugar to get low. If you skip or delay meal, your blood sugar could drop to low. Hypoglycemia also can occur when you are asleep and haven't eaten for several hours. So we need to pay attention to our body, what we are doing concerning about diabetes, pre-diabetes and diabetes. Another thing can bring is drinking too much alcohol without enough food. Alcohol make it harder for your body to keep your blood glucose level steady, especially if you haven't eaten a while. The effect of alcohol can also keep you from feeling the symptom of hypoglycemia, which led to severe hypoglycemia. So one of the factors that increase hypoglycemia is drinking alcohol without enough food. We need to understand when you have a diabetes, drinking alcohol, your sugar can drop. Your sugar can drop. Your blood sugar can die. Your blood sugar can drop. So it is good to not escape food when you have diabetes, taking medication. To not escape food. It is better to eat. And it's good to observe. When you are drinking liquor, not enough food can also drop your sugar level. May lead to severe hypoglycemia. How do you prevent hypoglycemia? How do you prevent low blood sugar? When you are taking insulin, when you are taking other medication, it is good to work with your health team to adjust your plans to prevent hypoglycemia. So how do I treat hypoglycemia? If you begin to feel one or more glycemia symptoms, check your blood glucose. If your blood glucose level is below your target or less than something, eat or drink 15 grams of carbohydrate right away. Example, 4 glucose tablets or 1 tube of glucose gel. Half cup, 4 ounces of fruit juice. Not low of reduced sugar. Half can, which is 4 to 6 ounces of soda. The soda, we call it soda, we call it pop, we call it soft drink. 1 tablespoon of sugar, honey or corn syrup. 2 tablespoons of raisins. Wait 15 minutes and check your blood sugar again. If your glucose level is still low, eat or drink another 50 grams or glucose or carbohydrate. Check your blood glucose again after another 15 minutes. Repeat these steps until your glucose levels is back to normal. If your next meal is more than 1 hour away, have a snack to keep your blood sugar level in your target range. Maybe try crackers or a piece of fruit. People who have kidney disease should not drink orange juice for their 15 grams of carbohydrate because it contains a lot of potassium. Apple, grapes, or cranberry juice are good options. Treating hypoglycemia, if you take treating hypoglycemia, you need to observe the drinks that you're supposed to drink, the things that you're supposed to eat, and observe it for 15 minutes to see if your blood sugar has gone up. So today, we are going to end soon. So we were talking about pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. But we are still going to talk about diabetes because it have a whole lot of theory on it that we need to learn. Especially people are ignorant, for taking care of themselves to reduce the rates of diabetes. So it is good to cope with your diabetes in a healthy way. Feeling stress, sad, or anger is common when you live with diabetes. When you're living with diabetes, you have diabetes, feeling stress, sad, or anger is a common thing when you live with diabetes. Stress can raise your blood glucose levels. But if you can learn ways to lower your stress, it is good to try deep breathing or taking walk. If you're doing gardening, you do gardening. If you're doing yoga exercise or you want to do meditation, and do something that will reduce that stress away from you. You don't want to have a diabetes, you being in too much stress, sadness, or angry because it will elevate your blood glucose up. Maybe listen to music. Play music, dance, consider taking maybe diabetes education program that will help you to reduce the rates of diabetes in your life. Get involved in support group that will teach you the techniques of managing the stress in your life. That depression is a common among people with chronic or long-term illness. Also, depression can get in the way of your effort to manage your diabetes if you have depression. Depression can get in the way of your effort to manage your diabetes. It is good to ask for help. It is good to ask the mental health counselor, support group, friends or your family members who will listen to your feeling may help you feel better. Try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Getting enough sleep can help improve your mood and energy level. You can take steps to improve your sleep habit. Because having diabetes, not getting enough sleep may increase your glucose level. If you often feel sleepy during the day, you may have obstetric sleep anemia, a condition in which your breathing briefly stops many times during the night. Sleep. It is good to sleep. Sleep apnea is a common people who have diabetes. Talk with your healthcare team if you can't sleep, if you have sleep problem. Manage your pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Manage your diabetes that you have today. Take regular exercise. Take your medication on time. Eat healthy. Eat healthy food. You got diabetes. Don't let stress to put on you. Don't let depression to be part of it. Stop smoking. Smoking can increase all of those things. Stop eating too much fried food. Stop eating meat, red meat. Get rid of all the sugary things in your home. As a diabetes candidate, get all those things that are in your home. You call it pie, you call it diet, all of those things now even right. Get it up from your home. Drink water. You follow your diabetes plans. What you supposed to eat. Cook it in a healthy way. If you can't go to the gym during today's coronavirus, do exercise in your home. The reason why diabetes can affect almost every part of your body. Therefore, you need to take care of it to manage your diabetes. And I am done for the day. Those who are listening to the part of the education, thank you for watching me. I may do it next time. So, the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive Kidney Diseases, this is where some information are coming from and reading on research. So, it is better to do things right for yourself. Give light, give hope that whatever saying that you have today, it can be cured through whatever you're doing. Either giving it to God and be present. Thank you for coming. God love you the best. Take care of yourself. Thank you for coming.